Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Holly demands a Coma story, Stefan enters covertly with a syringe, Steve confesses. According to Friday, March 1st spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Tate Black will move into his new halfway home in Salem. Brady Black and Teresa Donovan will be visiting Tate soon. Will they be able to mend their relationship with their son in the interim? Given that Holly Jonas has emerged from her coma, Tate may soon have some positive news to share. Teresa and Brady might inform Tate and offer him hope that Holly will clear his name if they hear any updates on that. But as Holly continues to believe that it's the night of the party, DOL fans are aware that something is wrong. Holly can't seem to shake the memory of New Year's Eve, but she doesn't recall using the drugs or the drama surrounding the overdose. According to teasers for Days, Holly will suspect that Nicole and EJ DiMera are hiding some important information from her. As it happens, Holly will grovel before EJ and Nicole to explain to her how she came to be unconscious. Nicole and EJ will question if Holly can recall where she obtained the pills from, and that will result in Holly learning about them. Tate is ready to deal with more legal problems in the interim, as Holly might continue to blank out in spite of EJ and Nicole's gentle attempts to reawaken her memory. According to teasers for other days, Steve Johnson will have to confess to Constantine Melioni's, John Capello's, during their talk. Steve will reveal the truth about what actually transpired in Aria and possibly even validate Constantine's theory that the pawn eliminated Katharina. Even so, Steve might maintain that John Black has changed throughout the years. After being brainwashed into doing horrible things, John is now a kind man who merely wants to live a peaceful life and loves his family. Considering that Constantine has the ability to turn off John's programming and utilize him as a pawn in his own game, that might not matter much to him. Steve may be trying to instill some compassion in Constantine, but he may not have any, therefore his scheme to control John and bring about his terrible destiny should proceed. Speaking of sealing someone's terrible destiny, it has been revealed via spoilers for Days that Stefan DiMera would use the vial he got from Clyde Weston, James Red, to fill the syringe. The idea is to infuse Harris Michaels' fur bag with the contents of the vial to cause a deadly heart attack. To elude monitoring, Stefan will don a costume that will make him appear to be a doctor wearing a mask. Even though Stefan won't be able to get rid of Harris, we can be certain that Harris will be weak once Stefan leaves. Stefan will try to kill Harris, but he will survive, albeit with a delay in his recuperation. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, Stefan messing up the work again will not sit well with Clyde, so keep an eye out. Chad backs Stephanie against Everett/Bobby scandal, will exes reunite? Updates and teasers for Days of Our Lives hint at Stephanie Johnson will have Chad DiMera's backing in the Everett Lynch/Bobby Stein drama. Stephanie would support Chad in his guilt over the Horton house fire, as he has his own difficulties with it. Could all that drama lead to the couple getting back together? Amnesia, dissociative identity disorder, or lies? Out of 3 possible explanations or opinions, any one of them could apply to Everett/Bobby. He could be suffering from amnesia, dissociative identity disorder, or he could just be lying. Stephanie can't decide between the second and the third option, but Jada Hunter is adamant that it's the third. Bobby and Everett cannot be different people, even though Everett did speak with Marlena Evans and she didn't seem to see anything that would indicate did. It's hardly surprising that Chad and Stephanie resort to one another once more because they both need consolation. It would be simple for them to become attracted to each other given the great drama and emotions they have been experiencing. To his credit, Everett keeps Chad informed about his purported dual identity as Bobby Stein, and he adamantly claims he has no memory of Jada or his time spent as Bobby. Stephanie, however, didn't believe that timeline made sense because, as she discovered from Jada, Bobby had cheated on her while they were married. Everett seems to be genuinely frustrated by this, and he seems real when he states he has no memory of his former life or wife. All in all, this is a highly perplexing situation, which became even more so after Steve Johnson discovered Bobby Stein's birth certificate. Jada had a look at his fingerprints, which naturally matched, though that might still be the case if he had twins, but the birth certificate only mentioned one. Bring exes back together. Since Stephanie and Jada are now friends, she feels extremely guilty about being Jada's mistress. Bobby may not remember it now, but there is growing proof that Jada was right when she said Bobby was a liar and a cheater. During the week of February 26 to March 1st, Stephanie will turn to Chad for comfort, and he might turn to her as well for his fire guilt. Chad places the guilt on himself because he ran that disparaging story and he knows Clyde Weston, James Reed, is responsible for the fire, whether or not he started it. Since they are still close, it won't be shocking if they give in to temptation, as long as Leo Stark doesn't catch them in bed. Previewing the Everett and Bobby fiasco is Abigail Klein. Fans of Days of Our Lives should fasten their seatbelts, according to Days star Abigail Klein, as there will be a significant revelation about the Everett and Bobby scandal. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Previewing the Everett and Bobby fiasco is Abigail Klein. On the popular Peacock soap opera, Abigail portrays Stephanie. She tells Soap Opera Digest that Elia Cantu was a tremendous assistance when it came to the major reveal from her character. Stephanie and Jada were unaware that they had been dating the same man for the whole time. In a sneak peek, Abigail says, "It's good to remember that friendship and then to share Everett, who neither of them knew about for long. It's a lot of fun. Stephanie genuinely cares about Jada. And then you include a man in the mix? You can only imagine the impact on their friendship from it. Or will it?" Nevertheless, Abigail Klein acknowledges that she adores working with Elia Cantu and that their relationship has grown natural both on and off film. "And I love working with her because she's really smart," she clarified. "Elia puts in a lot of effort in her work. She may be a little loose and playful too. Thank you so much for that. She's also quite adept at coming up with references for the things we shoot. I watched the movie Beaches as she had suggested after asking if I had ever seen it. The movie served as a useful point of reference for the content we were studying on Days. She recommended that, and I'm glad I did because the movie was excellent overall." In Salem, what comes next? In addition, Abigail mentioned that Elia and she both wished to ensure the continuation of their friendship. "We did everything in our power to maintain and strengthen the strong bond between our characters," the speaker stated. "We were able to see it in essence because to that movie. It was helpful because it provided a sample of how it would appear off the page." Days of Our Lives is available for streaming on Peacock. The only thing for fans to do is tune in every single day to see what will happen next. What are your thoughts on this story, please? Please share your opinions with us in the space provided below for comments. Watch this area as well since we feel like there will be a ton more juicy drama in store. Harry, find out more about her here, and Reynolds currently have a dramatic storyline on Days. As Mayor Paulina Price and her loving yet memory-challenged husband Abe Carver, he has amnesia.